So I remember my time with the Hillary campaign ended on December 31st, 2016, and I knew I was going to go to work at Uber, so I remember I moved. I went to start on January 17th, and it was like, I say I had a honeymoon period of maybe a week. I did have friends like, hey, can I get a job? You made it, Bernard, woo! They were really happy for me. And I was like, yeah, I did. Thanks for your support. And I would try to, as I was acclimating, a week later was Delete Uber, which was, I was like, this is fascinating, so much like a campaign, in the sense that it's really smart people, fast moving, and I thought there's some parallels here. And then, I talked to everyone and tried to understand, the culture as you normally would in any new job. And then I actually moved from Virginia to San Francisco on President's Day weekend. We sold our house that prior Friday. That Saturday was my daughter's 4th birthday. And then we had dinner at Maggiano's because our friends were seeing off, like, Coleman's are going to California. And that weekend, Susan Fowler blog broke. So I felt a number of emotions and felt terrible on multiple levels. And I was like, this is, you have a move's very stressful. Your kid's birthday's very stressful. Your new job's very stressful. And then work happens. And so it was, for me personally, challenging. And then you see the staff and the morale goes down because you think you're doing mission-driven work. You're providing work for people who didn't necessarily have work before. You're helping underserved communities perhaps get transportation out of places that they didn't have before. And you just kind of see morale tank. And we did all these listening sessions. We really wanted to understand how did staff feel. Because I knew how I felt, but we really wanted to understand what's happening at the core of Uber. And I'd say we did at least 100 listening sessions. We listened to our employee resource groups. We offered sessions multiple times throughout the day because we're a global company, so we wanted to make sure everyone had a voice in the process, but to really understand at the core, what do we need to do, where should we be going? Because after the Susan Fowler blog, it felt like every day something else came. And you feel the morale going deeper and deeper and lower, and you're like, am I a good person? I think I'm doing good work. And for me, it was deeply personal. Coming from the larger body of my work has been in political campaigns. So I feel like I'm doing good work. I'm helping Americans try to get to where they need to go in life. And that's what I feel like that extension of that work is in diversity and inclusion. And you also wonder about yourself, what am I doing? But then you meet the people and you're like, they are doing good work. And our focus was like, what can we do to improve and use the voices of our staff to improve Uber and make it the company we know it should be and can be. And off of those listening sessions, we came up with certain themes. Diversity and inclusion is important. We want to revise our performance review process, equitable pay. Like, we went wholesale through a list of things. And I really leaned on our employee resource groups. We had our first global ERG summit, or Employee Resource Group Summit, in April of last year. And, it was what I call trauma bonding. We came together. We talked about what was going on. We pressure tested a workshop that we called Why Diversity Matters training, that we've now trained over almost 4,000 people, about 3,500 people or more, live, non-mandatory training on why diversity matters to Uber. And I remember out of that, we talked about intersectionality and why this is important, and we really came together. And we did an analysis of our employee resource group growth, and it went up and to the right in March. And we all came aligned intersectionally. We were all together, and I don't want to use the Hillary campaign quote, but it was stronger together. We were stronger together coming out of that, and those became the culture carriers of the company. And I really lean on them for inspiration and things that we can do. And from there, it really took off. And I thought, wow, like, together we can do this. And I think it helped a great deal in terms of helping push. Like, I felt like I had an army of people all around the company. We were all working in concert, trying to make it what we knew we could be. And it was transformational because it kind of reminded me of campaigns, because in campaigns you organize people, you try to rally them to go vote, you try to rally them to a cause or to a purpose. Our employee resource groups did that, and they rallied and helped the company during a very tough, what I call, inflection moment in our company's life. And I think it helped turn the corner in terms of doing the best and brightest things and the most innovative things coming out of from the voices of our employees. So that was just remarkable.